This is another Making Comics 101 quick tip. Greetings, people of the internet. I'm Scott with Serkworks Art Labs. Welcome, mad creators, to another Making Comics 101 quick tip. This week we're talking about publishing and printing. So I wanted to give you a quick tip that had to do with that hopefully you will find useful if you're not already familiar with it. It's fairly simple, but maybe it's something that gets overlooked because it's sort of a problem that gets a little complicated, but there's a really simple solution to it. Now, if you are publishing, if you're using, say, a program like InDesign to set up your files and everything for printing, the page pagination and everything, that's pretty much done for you. But not everyone uses that program, not everyone has that program, or maybe you're just publishing something by yourself. If you're self-publishing, I've done these little ash can comics as previews for my comics, I do mini comics, all that stuff, and sometimes it's hard to figure out the way to lay out your pages so they're in order and everything. But there is a really simple solution, and all you need are just a regular 8.5 by 11. If you're in the US, I'm not sure as far as metric system what that adds up to, but your standard size copy paper that pretty much everyone uses looks a little bit like this. But basically what you're going to do is just take that, you're going to, depending on how many pages you have, and you'll have to determine that up front, and it's basically you're going to multiply that by four, the number of pages multiplied by 4, because you've got the front, back, and then it's split into 2. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your pages, and then you are going to fold them like that, and just go through with a Sharpie, or I used a crayon with this because the Sharpie kind of bleeds through, so I just use the crayon. And basically, here's my book. I just put front cover on the front, then inside here I put inside front cover, and then I just start going through this whole thing and numbering the pages from 1 to, this ends up being a 12-page comic. And then I indicate inside back cover, and then, oh, I forgot to write it, but you would want to write on the back cover. So basically, once you unfold all these, you can see, here's a pretty good example, because it does get confusing. I mean, here's just a random page I pulled out. So 6 and 7, that's the page spread, that's the middle of the book. So those are in order, but then on the other flip side, you've got 5 and 8, and they're just, or 4 and 9. So maybe if you're super good at math, you can figure all that out in your head. I have trouble with it, so that's why I always like to put together just a little dummy book like this that can help me figure out how my pages need to come together and everything, so that when I go to the printer, or if I'm printing them myself, everything, no surprises. So anyway, that's all I have to say today for another Making Comics 101 quick tip. I will see you guys later, and that is all. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Also, you can follow me at Serkworks on social media, and now you can support the work that I do on Patreon. Do you like making comics? Then go to Serkworks.com and pick up the Comic Maker Starter Kit. It's packed full of fonts, brushes, templates, and more. And best of all, it's totally free.